Well, hey YouTube, so today guys, we're back here with another review, and today we have a review here. So this is the Campark 4K Ultra HD action camera, and it has a touchscreen too. So yeah, I'm pretty hyped to be making this review, guys. For the past year or so, I've been getting some pretty cool action cameras. I haven't found one that was good enough to replace the one I'm using right now as my daily driver for, my videos. But hey, I always accept whatever these companies have to send in their action camera department, just in case one day I get a product that can actually beat out my current device here. This is the We Miss 4K action camera. It's the L3. So this is the Campark model here. It's a very similar concept as this item here. Both 4K, both have a touchscreen, all that stuff. So you could call these two companies here direct competitors here, and that's not a statement that I find too crazy at all, in my opinion. I think that's a pretty fair comparison. They're both in a very, very similar space. They both produce budget action cameras, but they try to have all the features that a GoPro has, from the accessories to the 4K screen, and not the 4K screen, but the 4K resolution, and the touchscreen, and the 1080p 60 FPS footage here. So this is the Model X10, as you guys can see here. Let's open the bad boy up. And here is a quick peek here at what you're going to be getting here. So there's a couple notable features I remember when looking up this item here. So obviously you have the instruction manual. That's nothing that's too crazy here. And you have the, this is like your sharing your opinion thing. But it does have two batteries. That's something I really do like, a two battery feature. I like how it's 4K. I like how it's touchscreen. So yeah, you also have a surprising amount of accessories here. They always go all out, man, because this is really how they can differentiate themselves from other competitors, but also, most importantly, how to differentiate themselves from GoPro. So guys, basically GoPro, while they do include some accessories in the box, most of them have to be purchased separately. So that's when these companies come in here and try to provide you a better value in that department, among every other department as well. So here's a little cleaning cloth and a little replacement for the base where you stick this thing into the tripod. You always get this piece here. I never know what this thing is for, but always, maybe, is this a bike mount? Maybe this is a bike mount. So you have a couple replacements here. This is where you mount onto a tripod, so that's good to see that stuff there. A couple more generic pieces there. There's no reason to explain each and every individual piece. Another cool looking piece here. We have some more replacement clips here for the mounting. There's a strap to bring on the go. And we have a couple more generic looking pieces, guys. One thing I always find interesting is it's always very hard for me to put all this stuff here back in the box. It's always kind of annoying. So based on the input we have here, this will be a micro USB charger. The A+ for effort there. I'm not a big fan of the mini USB ones, but the micro USB is the most commonly used output these days. Although USB Type-C and Lightning are growing, micro USB is still the most common, so I'm happy to see it here. So that's a relief here. So it's time to take out the actual device here. Here is the actual camera. I'm going to take this box here. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to move this off camera for now. So let's take a look here at the actual camera here. So I do like to discuss here that it does come with two batteries here. Don't get confused, guys. Don't get confused. This is not two spare batteries here. This is going to be one spare battery here. And the other one here is going to be used within this product itself. So especially for like a budget product, right, that doesn't have the most high-tech technology and all that great stuff, they like to put the battery separate just in case, because they don't want the item to explode during transport. It's something that the budget companies do have to worry about, because they're not using as high quality materials as Samsung and GoPro and all that stuff. So you do typically see this, right? And just for safety reasons, it's how they do this. It's not a big deal. So like every other GoPro and GoPro alternative camera, it comes in this protective shell. Personally, I don't use it at all. I don't use this shell on the camera I'm using now. I don't really use this shell here on any camera. I just don't like it, Personal opinion there. So I'm going to open it up here. So you have a little bit, you open switch right there. I'm going to click it open there. And I should be able to pull up pretty easily. Like that. That was pretty simple. And you kind of want to just pull out like this. So that's how you do it there. So that's pretty cool here. I'm just going to take it out here because first of all, if I want to put the battery in here, I'm going to have to actually take it out anyway. Sometimes you really got to kind of force it out here. Sometimes it does that. That's more of a safety feature than anything else here. So here's the actual unit here. Because this is a 4K device, it's a little bit wider than the 1080p variant. So yeah, we're going to test touchscreen and all that great stuff in a minute here. The first thing I want to do is I want to plug in the battery. So it does come with 2 batteries, as I mentioned before. In terms of milliamp hours, in terms of power here, this battery, does it say what type of battery this is? This is a 1050 milliamp hour power bank, so 3.885 WH, which is some type of watts, and 3.7 volts there. So I'm going to make sure you peel this plastic off, guys. So this is another layer of protection, you could say. So it seems this is not coming off, so I actually did make a mistake here. I apologize. This is not a protector for the strips here. The strips are right here, right? This is to make sure when you put the battery in, it gives you an easy way to pull the battery out. So I apologize for that misconception. I've seen it go both ways, so that's why it did confuse me here. I'm going to take off the back here. Pretty simple, I would say myself. So you want to pay attention to what you see in here. It doesn't specify whether this is a plus or a minus, but you can clearly, if you look carefully, clearly see spikes kind of protruding in there. So that means you want to take this thing here, which is more of a female port. You want to line it up with this. We want to line it up with the male ports inside of there, like this, like that. You want to click it in, and if there's no resistance, it should go in all the way like that, and you just kind of close it like that. So that's how you do that. Nothing too crazy here. I'm going to pull off this plastic because you want to make sure you're getting the best quality footage as possible. But be careful. This thing is the lens here is a fingerprint management, not management, but a fingerprint magnet. So you want to make sure when you do that you don't accidentally touch screen. I believe this is the power button here. So the power is not coming on. I'm guessing it's the other button here. So where is the other button? Here we go. Let's click this button here, and the power is now on, as you guys can see here. So let's take a quick look here at the settings here. So let's take a quick look as this thing is loading. I don't believe there's a micro SD slot. I don't believe that the slot has an SD card in it. I'm guessing I'm going to have to supply my own, which is quite common in this industry. It's not something that's too crazy. I'm going to double check. It could potentially have some type of internal storage device, although that's not something I typically see in this industry, especially at this price range. Usually that's something you're going to have to take care of on your own, which it kind of sucks. I do wish that was something they included in here, but it's not the case in this situation here. So I'm having trouble getting this off. Just give me one moment, guys, as I fix this issue quickly. Give me one moment here. One moment. We're back here, guys, and as I suspected here, there is no micro SD card included. It is here, the slot is here, which is great, but it does kind of suck, you know. It really does suck when they don't include the micro SD card. I find that very, very annoying, and I do wish that practice kind of went away, but at the moment, guys, you know, it's still a chronic issue in this space here. So guys, this is the power button here. It's kind of confusing because you would think this is the power button, but this smaller one here, which looks like a setting icon, is how you turn on the camera here. Okay, so now we're going to take a quick look here at the user interface here, the UX, the UI for this product here. Let's see exactly what features it has natively here. So we're going to start off here with the, I'm getting through the diagnostic stuff. Give me one moment, guys. I'm going to skip all that stuff. So the mode that they started me on here is 2.7K at 30 FPS. See that, guys? That's pretty cool. I like that. I like how it's 30 FPS at 2.7K. That's nice. I do like that, guys. Let's take a look here at the different options we have here in terms of video. I'm guessing on 1080p and all that great stuff is going to be here. Let's see. Let's see what options we have here. Let's see here. Here's different modes. I'm going to pull off this stuff right here. So we have 4K at 30 FPS. That's pretty cool. I doubt that's going to work though, but we're going to find out. We have 2.7K 30 FPS, as I just indicated before. 1080p 30 FPS is also there. What else do we have? We have 720p 120 frames per second. We have 720p 60 frames per second, which is awesome. And we have 720p 30. Oh, I just turned it off by mistake. Let me fix that. And let me go back there. and you have, 720p 30 FPS. So there's a lot of different filming modes here. I'm gonna be definitely gonna be testing out all that different features there in a second. So you do have something here called driving mode. I'm guessing if you want to use this as a dash camera, it's something you can do. You have frequency, LED indicator, screensaver. So one thing I always do, guys, when I get these devices here, you see the time watermark. I personally, I just find that so stupid. So make sure you turn off the watermark. I mean, unless you're using this as a security camera, right? Unless you're using this as a security camera, I don't see a time where a feature like that would be necessary. I really just don't. I just don't see it, you know. And there's also a feature here where you can turn off recording sound here, the second option right here. I don't know why you would want to turn that off. I think having sound is awesome. I mean, maybe if you want to like lower the the file size, maybe if you're using this as a security camera once again, then maybe turning that off would be necessary. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly why you would need that here. So you have a loop mode here. So what this will do, guys, is basically it would take the memory on your SD card and it will override it over a certain number of period of time, just to make sure you're constantly filming. That's kind of how security cameras work these days. You give it like you put like a 25 gigabyte or 32 gigabyte SD card. That will last you a few days, but after that point, it will start deleting the oldest content and go, you know what I'm saying? That's how these things work. So that's how this device would work. So guys, if you do want to buy this product, guys, Amazon link will be down below. Make sure you guys subscribe and like for daily news and reviews. Put on the notification bell as well. And check out the written review of this product coming on pbosonline.com. Probably either today or tomorrow. So there's a lot of good content to look forward to. So check it out. Really hope you guys enjoyed that video. And this thing is pretty cool. So far, it looks pretty cool, but I'm going to have to do some more conclusive testing. I think you guys understand that. So really hope you guys enjoyed that video. And yeah, thank you and bye. Look forward to part 2 coming very soon.
So guys, we are now testing out the Campark X10 touchscreen 4K camera here. So we're starting off here with the 1080p 30 FPS mode, guys. This is how the footage looks. It looks pretty good on my angle here, obviously, until I actually stick it on my computer here and get this to work, then I won't know for sure, guys. So I do want to tell you something quickly. This is kind of a continuation of the video I was making. I was telling you guys how I couldn't really get the footage to conglomerate too well because of the varying formats, and it has to do with the recording program I use, guys, or not the recording program, but more of the editing program I use. So I'm downloading a new program here. It's called Pinnacle Studio, as you guys can see here. It's called Pinnacle Studio here. So I'm going to give this a try. Let's see if this program can do exactly what I need this to do. I should be able to combine this footage with this footage here without any. The thing is that the program took forever. My other program I was using it was some antiquated software. I was using it right, and it would combine the software, but the video would take forever to compress and process. And when it was done processing, the end file was very weird. Like the audio quality would drop significantly, and all these weird artifacts on the video. So I'm trying to figure out a way to fix that issue. So yeah, hopefully this is a good test of everything you would need in a camera. I think I'm doing the best I can to show you motion. So we're going to switch it off now. We're going to put it on the 2.7K by the 30 FPS. So that's next here. So let's see how that compares to 1080p. So let's switch it. And we're back here, guys. So here's the 2.7K 30 FPS footage here. I don't have much storage left on my SD card, so I have to keep this video not too long just because 2.7K takes up a lot more space than the 1080p. So, right now I'm downloading a new program, guys, Pinnacle Studio, as you guys can see here. So yeah, hopefully this program can do what I need to do here, I think that I have a little bit of a view this year in college, so let's take a quick little peek here. Let's see how the footage looks. So here's some foliage here. This foliage, guys, if you look carefully, it's beginning to change color. I see some lighter greens, I see some dark greens. The light greens, I see very, very faint aspects of red, which means that does indicate fall is coming, guys. It's not here yet, we have about 3 weeks to go, but it does indicate to me that fall is indeed imminent, which is fine. I don't mind fall. I don't like winter, really, but at the same time I hate summer, so fall is a good mixture of the two, so I do like fall. So guys, I'm going to switch it over to the 4K mode now at this point. Let's see how this thing handles 4K. That's typically been a challenge for these devices I've been using here, so let's check it out. Oh. So what's up guys, this is the 4K 30 FPS mode here. I mean, it looks good on my angle here, but I do notice some FPS dropping. It doesn't seem like this is a true 30 FPS 4K mode. And that's okay, because 4K is a very hard thing for a budget camera like this to film, and this is a sub $100 camera. So, you know, to me, I'm looking at the frame rate right now on the small screen. Obviously, when you blow this up, it's going to look even worse. This is probably about 15 to 20 frames, which is kind of unacceptable for my purposes. Hey, maybe you're somebody different. Maybe you're somebody who likes, I don't know, taking pictures or something. This can take pictures, by the way. And I think maybe having a 4K device that can take pictures is something more useful than potentially this video mode. So, you know, keep that in mind, guys. And before we go, I'm going to switch this over to the 720p 60 FPS mode, just to get a very final conclusion on what the best mode is. So let's switch it. Guys, and we're back here. This is the final test for the day. This is a 720p 60 FPS footage here. So we're going to take a look here at the same foliage here. The increased frame rate is very noticeable on my end here, and obviously I'm not even at the point now where this is on the computer yet, where it should look even more noticeable between this and the 1080p and the 2.7K 30 FPS mode here. So once again guys, as you guys can see here, the footage from my new editing program is still downloading. I was using an antiquated version of Camtasia Studio, and to be honest with you guys, I think I know why I was having issues here. I think the issue has to do with that it was a Camtasia 8 or Camtasia 7. It's an older version of Camtasia, and I'll be honest with you guys, I did pirate that version just because if to buy that at retail, to buy that outright, guys, Camtasia 9 right now, it's in the newest version, that costs over $260. It costs almost $300, and the truth is, I don't make enough money on this platform or at all, you know, in everything I do, all the expenditures I have, to be able to afford a $300 editing program. So I was using an antiquated version, or I still am using an antiquated version, and I do hypothesize that has to do with why it doesn't edit correctly, which is a good sign. That means the DRM, digital rights management, is very well done and all that great stuff. But hey, you know, I wish they had a cheaper deal. I remember there was one point during the summer, there was a $20 Humble Bundle deal on Camtasia 9. For some reason, I just didn't hear about that, and I'm kind of pissed off because that would have been the great thing to do. But overall, guys, I do think this is a good enough test for you guys. So, you know, we're trying this Pinnacle Studio. I'm going to put all the footage and conglomerate this into one video, and we're going to see how this works. But overall, I think it looks pretty good here. And will it compete with my camera here? It's a good question. I'm going to have to do some conclusive testing on my own right. I'll come back to you guys with the results of that test. But overall, I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was fun making this, and you know, Amazon link will be down below. Thank you very much to Campark for sending me this item here. And I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. And yes, once again, thank you, and bye.